here this afternoon. I know the temptation, since there wasn't any classes today, to stay for an extra day at home was strong. But we appreciate that everyone is here. And of course, I want to really thank the committee and everyone who has participated in planning the installation week. If we could give the committee a round of applause. It was a lot of work that we did. And then I want to also recognize my wife, Dr. Kelly Charles, who is here. And today was an awesome day for me. I have one of my mentors who flew in from England today, and we hadn't seen each other for 38 years. That's a lot. I was a little bit younger. I had more hair on my head. But Dr. Stella Joseph, the music class, please, Dr. Stella Joseph. So Dr. Stella Joseph flew in from London today for the installation, so I'm really appreciative that she's here. There's some great projects that the students have, whether it's research or music programs or trips. It's always important that you prepare your presentations and present it in front of your peers and your colleagues and your faculty. So I'm proud that we have that today. I look forward to mingling with you and taking your selfies. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
I came from London, yes. Because this is such an important event. And Curtis makes a great deal of what I did for him. But in actual fact, all I did was open the door. Curtis had the courage, the curiosity, the ambition to walk through that door and carry on walking. And it's just amazing to see. He came from a tiny rural town in Trinidad and Tobago. So a little dot on a little dot on the map of the world, and here he is now, and we're just so proud of him. And Curtis has talked about it being a privilege and an honour, and I know he feels that, and I can see it is, to be appointed here. But I'd also say that you're very lucky to have him.
Hi, my name is Emma Wegner. I'm a senior here at Tiffin University, and I am from Watertown, Wisconsin. The poster behind me talks about my experience at the LAB Education Study Abroad Exchange. We spent, my partners and I, there were 3 of us in total from Tiffin, spent 4 weeks in London. We spent 3 days a week in classes, and then the rest of the time, Friday through Monday, we had to go travel everywhere. Some people went to Venice, some people went to Paris. I went to Scotland and, for a weekend, 4th of July weekend. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved it, and I would recommend it to anybody to go study abroad. It's absolutely fantastic.
I'm Nick Buchanan, and I'm the president of the student newspaper, The Tysonek. This year we've made the jump from print issues to an online companion, offering a 24/7 stream of news for TU students by TU students.
Hi, my name is Jessica Anderson. I'm in the master's program here at TU, and I am doing my project on video games impacting behavior and the way it impacts behavior. So I had participants go into 2 separate groups, a non-violent video game group and a violent video game group, and I looked at how their hostility levels were influenced. So what I found was that when non-violent video game, the group actually showed more hostility than the violent.
So my presentation is about strong women in fairy tales and the stereotypes of the powerful villainess. Basically, I consider 5 points. That powerful women the power of women should mostly come from their beauty. Secondly, that women are all in competition with each other. Thirdly, powerful women must display traditional male attributes for them to be considered powerful, and also show a lack of tender emotion. Fourthly, a true woman is always passive, dormant, and dependent on other people. And lastly, any woman who has power is overall seen as evil. Basically, my whole point of this this presentation was to look at how culture is making young girls see that being passive and being weak is considered good.
Hello, my name is Elton Carter, and I'm here to talk about the Russian trip 2014 in the summer. I've never been on a plane before, and I was convinced to try out and go out to Russia. We went to both Moscow here, which you can see some photos, and here we went to St. Petersburg. It was a 9-day trip, and there's some other stuff that we took pictures. Here's one that I'm very proud of. Can you get that? Yeah. And then we brought some things here, like vodka and some favorite Fabergé eggs that they like. They're very famous there. So we brought a piece of Russia with us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as much as we did.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Largent, and I am here representing the Global Affairs Organization and what we do with Model NATO and Model UN. So basically, you can see that we do for Model NATO, it's every fall semester. We go to Huron, Ohio, and we represent countries in the UN in different committees and to kind of show how that country's perspective works together to create things called draft language, which is this. And basically what it does, it's solutions to real world problems based on what our country's perspectives are. The same thing happens for Model NATO, but it's on a bigger scale in Washington, D.C. We get to go there every year, but instead of representing a couple different countries, we represent 2 countries. This year we're representing Estonia and Turkey. And we get to meet our ambassadors, and we get to just really work with a lot of people, and it's an incredible experience to learn about not only international policies and international politics, but also compare it to what we've always been taught in America, and we all become global citizens because of this.
Hi, this is Corey Fry from Upper Sandusky. I'm a senior marketing student here at Tiffin University. Over the last year, we've been working with the Sisters of St. Francis and working with the FELC program, which stands for Franciscan Earth Literacy Center. We worked with them, tried to raise money for them, and one of our ideas was to do a trip down memory lane. They have about a mile-long path behind their facilities, and we were going to put up benches, and people were going to donate money to get a plaque in memory of a certain relative. And that was going to be one of the ways to help raise money for them. And we helped change their brand and just increase sales all around.
Okay, hi, my name is Melissa Slessman, and I am with the TU Health Challenge. We developed a Dragon Fit Transformation Challenge for faculty and staff. And what we do is a 6-week challenge where we weigh and measure in all the faculty and staff that want to participate. They have 6 weeks to get in the best shape of their lives, whatever they want to do. We also decided to provide several resources on campus for them, including on-campus workouts 3 nights a week and in the mornings. We also have scheduled speakers that are fitness professionals, dietitians, stress management talks on Wednesdays for our Lunch and Learn. And we have access to different professionals if they need extra help or guidance in getting the best results they can. And then at the end of the 6 weeks, they get to weigh out and measure out to see what their results were. And we have prizes for those that do the best. And we just want to bring a culture of health and fitness to Tiffin University, starting with the faculty and staff, and we're hoping next semester to open it up to students.
My name is Ebony Smith. I'm a Master's of Science in Criminal Justice, focused in forensic psychology student. Will be done 2015 this year in December. My thesis and major research project is on LGBT school bullying, the perceptions of the victims and the bullies, the amount of punishment the participants thought that the bully should receive, depending on whether the victim was an LGBT or non-LGBT person.
Hi everybody, this is Qingyi Yu. My research is basically talk about vocabulary learning and efficiency and physical intensity. And as international student, I always wonder which way is help me can learn more. So I wonder whether or not taking exercise can also help me learning. So my research is basic on different situations that can affect my learning or my learning outcomes.
My name is Iguano Akpuduado, and I am a master's student here at Tiffin University and majoring in forensic psychology. So today I'm looking at female sex offenders. When you hear about female sex offenders, that's not something you really hear about. So I decided to look into that and compare attitudes towards female sex offenders in comparison to male sex offenders. And after reading a vignette about a sexual relationship between a woman and a younger kid who was either 9 years old or 16 years old, what I found was female participants were harsher towards female sex offenders and male participants were harsher towards male sex offenders. So this is actually very helpful for court cases involving like female sex offenders. So if it's a case involving female sex offenders, you want more females on your jury, and if it's a case involving male sex offenders, you want more males on your jury. So I think that this was a good research.
This is our project for our business class. So we were told we had to create a hot dog stand. So we had to choose the location, the name of the business, the brand, and stuff like that. So we created one, Big Dogs. If you want to show the sign, there it is. And do you want to just show the poster as well? Yeah. So our business is based in Tiffin, and then we're looking to branch out maybe Columbus. So that's just a bit that we've got the menu and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Just theoretical.
They're all healthy hot dogs as well.
Yeah, all healthy.
No additives or preservatives.
Lot of range on the menu as well. You know what I mean? Something in there for everyone. You know what I'm saying, Madison?
So this is my research project. I did it on the effects of language and how it basically creates thought processes that create sexism and then rape culture. And basically I looked at males and females, criminal justice and non-criminal justice, to see if there was a difference between their perception of sexism present in the society. I did an internal analysis of feminism and the connotation of feminism, and if they wanted to claim the label of feminism, and if they believed in equal rights between men and women. And I got opposite spectrum answers on that one, where they didn't want to claim the label of feminism, but yet they believed in equal rights on women. My survey showed very neutral answers to sexism presence in the society, but they did show a little bit of a problem with sexism.
I am Erin Snap. I graduated from Tiffin University in December of 2013. I'm currently a graduate student at Eastern Michigan University in the clinical psychology program. This study is a study that we did over my junior and senior year, multi-year study that turned into a literature review, and we actually presented it at the University of Oxford in England. It was a really great experience. It's looking at creativity and mental health and how those correlate in the population and how those are coped with. And this is a continuance of that 2-year project. It's actually using a sample of students from both Ursuline College as well as Tiffin University, because we have people working on this study from both, and it was looking into the clinical aspects of creativity and mental health, and we actually found that it's shown a lot in somatoform disorders, whereas people who are more artistic feel their feelings and mental health issues more than others, and they're able to express that through their creative natures, whether that's painting, singing, so on and so forth.
Hi, I'm Liz Cousineau, and I'm stepping in for Victoria Davidson. Through this project, she used urine samples and post-mortem toxicology. The way she did this was she used different columns and a GC testing, which is gas chromatography. And what she did is she found that there was slight differences within the columns where they analyzed different analytes, and they were all the same drugs. The basic drugs in the percent recovery found that they were more successfully than acid-neutral drugs, which means that there could have been bases leaked into the acid SPE columns.
I'm Ian Holbrook. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Willard, Ohio.
I'm Dylan Mike, and this is my first year here at Tiffin, and I'm from Sterling, Illinois.
And what we have here is pretty much the basics of audio mixing. We have our basic definitions over here, which is frequency, which is just the basic sounds that you have. Equalization, which is taking the different sounds, parts of sound, like the timbre, the tone of and the quality of the sound, and changing it. We have panning, which is Dylan's expertise.
Panning is essentially moving sound within the space between the speakers, which is left to right, and putting it where you feel like it needs to be.
And we also have compression, which is taking clips that are really loud and softening them without like making everything else too quiet. And we also have reverb, which is pretty much mimicking the effect of a sound bouncing off the walls in a room using a computer program.
The member of the band, you're one of us now, so let me take you by the hand. I think I see a bit of plush inside my new guy. Maybe he isn't everything that he...
Okay, my name is Zoe Livingood, and I'm a senior here at Tiffin University, and I actually have two presentations that I'm going to talk about. The first one is right here, and it's entitled Criminal Record and Public Perception, and I did that for my research design project in the spring of last year. And the goal of that project was really just to see how different groups of the population view individuals with a criminal record. So I broke that up by race, by gender, and by major, by non-criminal justice and criminal justice. And I expected Caucasian males that are criminal justice majors, you know, the stereotypical cop types, to be have the most negative opinion of people with a criminal record, but I actually found that African American women that are non-criminal justice majors actually had the most negative perception, which is not what I expected at all. Okay, and then over here we have, I'm highlighting my trip to Turkey and Greece that I took with Dr. Appel in May. And over here on the table is just some pictures and some things that I bought while I was there. I got to go to places like Istanbul, Gallipoli, Troy, Çanakkale, and then I got to go to Delphi and Athens and other places like that. And I got to go to so many more places. But through this trip, I just got to see how other people live and how other people are raised and what they enjoy doing with their time. And I guess this substituted as my multicultural issues class. So I just really looked at the differences with our culture and their culture.
Okay. So first of all, thanks to everyone for attending. I think this is awesome. I think every one of you should be really commended for the work that you did, and the faculty should be commended that worked with you. I was totally blown away by every student, and your poise and your knowledge. It gave me a deeper understanding of what you do and what the faculty do with you as well, and it was great. I am glad that we were able to videotape all the presentations, and congratulations to everyone. But as you know, there are only 3 winners, right? So, in 3rd place, basic audio mixing technique, D number 4. Please come and claim your prize. Okay, so there are 3 levels of funding. So the 3rd place was $200 gift certificate to the bookstore. The 2nd place is $300 gift certificate to the bookstore. And it goes to table B1, Strong Woman Stereotype. And $500 first prize, and you all winners, right? So you all winners. But there's only one $500. Yeah. I'm trying to keep you in suspense. So the final prize. Everybody's looking at me like, please, can I get this $500? So the final prize goes to London Exchange Program. We get some. So thanks to everyone. Again, I thought this was awesome, and I know we're going to commit. We're going to commit to doing this. So before you leave, I just wanted to thank all of our judges and everyone who put together this event, and all of your faculty, and all the students, and the food, and everybody who made this possible today. Thank you so much. This was awesome. All right, cool. Thank you.